Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Starting with this tweet from Pentos MEK, it's easy to see how the XRP ledger will completely change the financial industry. The automated market maker is very important for the XRP ledger. In fact, the entire XRP network will function in the simplest way possible. Liquidity is what attracts traders, which in turn increases volume. The increase in LP returns and liquidity pool returns is a direct outcome of higher trading activity, which in turn generates fee income. Finally, the returns from the liquidity pool ensure that it remains liquid and inspire new market participants to contribute to it. So, basically, this is how it would work. The liquidity, volume, and demand of XRP will all increase as a result of this. This would have far-reaching consequences for the entire XRP ecosystem and the ledger, especially for individuals who wish to contribute XRP to liquidity pools. When tokens are distributed within a liquidity pool, there is always the possibility that they could be lost. This would ultimately change the rules of the game for XRP and the XRP ledger. But the problem is that passage has been delayed for a while. Why do so many voters feel strongly about this? Because it's plain to see that a lot of people are rejecting the AON. I really don't know why it is the case. Maybe they worry that the XRP ledger can't handle the surge in usage. Since I'm not a programmer, though I do wonder why they're making that claim, I can't possibly understand their perspective. We'll go into more depth later, but from what I've heard thus far, both the Ripple team and David Schwartz seem enthusiastic about this proposal. Since he tagged me in it, I'll just mention that here's a more in-depth explanation of how the AMM works in practice for this particular shot of XRP with an emphasis on CRO. We are aware of the XRP ledger's potential as a decentralized exchange. So, what exactly is the deal with this XLS30D update to the Fire Visual Guide? This is just a snippet of a larger graph, but it reveals how much of an impact M has had on trading by unlocking the mysteries of M and functions. Here, let me open 2 new tabs. That's why I wrote this quick guide to doing it. Earnings for holding or investing in XRP might be passive or active. The answer is yes if you are willing to take the highest possible risk of permanent loss by trading with liquidity providers or earning passive income. Do your own digging. Exactly what does XLS30 refer to? By introducing liquidity via pre-funded token pools, the AMM amendment helps users achieve their goals more efficiently. By eliminating the need for human market makers, the automated market maker creates a decentralized exchange system. It also includes a quotation from David Schwartz and a discussion of the various enhancements to the XRP ledger that have been proposed over the past decade. Personally, I'm most looking forward to this one. This is basically how we operate flexible financial products, a cost structure that is defined by the community and an innovative auction system, once more a pre-basic formatting method. Also, on this tier, all assets are created equal, and deposits and withdrawals are unilateral. I much like the new liquidity pool model. The basic operation is clear. A certain amount of XRP is being deposited one-to-one, but not separately, on the right side. In addition, the XLS30 update was published on the XRP ledger while it was still up for voting. It was 34% or 29%. The correct answer is 14% or 37 points. However, I do not believe that this is the reason for its apparent expansion. However, a yes requires a score of 80% or higher. Moreover, for this to actually occur, votes in favor, or yays, must amount to 80% or more. Sorry, allow me to return. Therefore, it takes a while. For example, the NFT amendment took about 6 months to pass. More so than the NFT update to the XRP ledger, this represents a major development in the cryptocurrency's infrastructure. However, there is also an easy-to-follow ammo guide. This is largely a restatement of our earlier conversation, but it did give us some new information. I like to now explain a few advantages of this. As a result, there is a constant buzz, a sign of abundant cash flow. AM utilizes algorithmic pricing to provide constant liquidity, Users benefit from improved trading experiences without the need for active counterparties because of the availability of continual liquidity. Token holders are expected to participate in MLMs by acting as liquidity providers for pools, earning trading fees from any swaps or trading activities, which is why MLMs are crucial to the trading of both new and existing product projects. By consistently rewarding arbitrageurs, better pricing aims to strike a balance inside the HMM, making the HMM more amenable to providing reasonable pricing with a narrower spread. As a result, consumers can trade assets more quickly with less of a loss. Again, this is what will open doors to possibilities. The question at hand is, why is everyone against this? Thus, Mr. Fresh, it's time to give it a shout. We may start a brand new thread on this topic. The only reason to oppose the AMM amendment, as David Schwartz pointed out in his letter to you and the validators, is to slow the expansion of the XRP ledger. This is, indeed, lifted verbatim from David Schwartz. When it comes to the XRP community. And yes, in case you missed it during the Ripple swell, we did see an announcement that Ripple Payments aka Ripple Net on-demand liquidity will be integrated directly into the native decentralized exchange. This is all thanks to the XLS30D AML amendment, which generates 3 times the income streams for liquidity providers home. If the demand for XRP ripples is high enough, the company behind it, Ledger, has promised to integrate Ripple Payments directly into XRP, its native decentralized exchange. Obviously, the price will skyrocket at that very moment. Beyond that, let's pretend for a moment that you own a network liquidity provider in a region where widespread adoption of Ripple payments among large institutions is possible once they are integrated directly into a decentralized exchange. Consider the potential passive earnings from placing your XRP in a liquidity pool. The possibility of losing it all means that not all of it is possible to make. I see this as a fantastic opportunity. And the question is why people are against it. And here it is, in a short 3-minute video, from David Schwartz himself. Please check out Mickey's new Twitter and YouTube channels, as indicated earlier. But he breaks it down piece by piece. Therefore, the only rationale for voting against the AMM amendment is aversion to XRP ledger expansion. I don't believe any of those things, and David Schwartz's Twitter feed seems to back him up on that. If you thought the XRPL was too broken to handle things right now. Also, I agree. Values were supposed to be exchanged here. After that, he makes some observations about how the UNL validators vote on amendments, specifically the XLS30GG amendment, stating that validators shouldn't support it in general. Instead, each community member should decide for themselves. When validators have confidence that the community supports the change, they should vote yes almost unanimously. And a sufficient number of nodes approve of the change. There are 35 representative validators for UNO in our community. That's an extremely intriguing point of view. In addition, I think it's really important that the community and the validators are aware of this. He continues by adding that the voting method for modifications is aimed to both prevent and coordinate activation. A governing system is not what this is about. David Schwartz believes that validators should base their votes less on what they think is best and more on what they think the community has voted upon if an issue is discovered. To me, it all seems too much. This is the group that supports the maker of automated markets. Considering all the benefits, it's an easy decision to make. That point hasn't been driven home enough in many of these discussions, in my opinion, and not just because I don't think the requisite level of expertise is present. In addition, the tale has frightened off some individuals, permanently, without presenting all the benefits. In essence, what he's saying is that when improvements are made, a large amount of work is put into them over a 2-year period that makes them functional. This isn't a radical overhaul that introduces a flashy new feature without any history of reliability. It is compatible with the standard protocols and hardware currently in use. This is the final chapter for you. Yes, as we examine this in further depth, I find myself agreeing with you. I believe that there is not enough education on this. It seems to me that some of them just don't get the magnitude of the implications. It'll be mammoth in size. Since there is liquidity surrounding XRP and many other tokens on the ledger, and since there may once again be liquidity pools for no other tokens inside the ecosystem, this development is not only important for the price of XRP, but also for the entire XRP ledger, and it has the potential to unleash a massive wave of liquidity for the entire ecosystem we are discussing in this solo Corium article. However, I fail to see why there isn't more overwhelming support for this. Despite how ridiculous the current backing for this is. It's not impressive, and I have no idea why. This topic has also been discussed on Twitter. In light of Ripple's official announcement that it will integrate enterprise payment volume into the decentralized exchange NM, it is clear that a genuine XRP community call with influential people, thought leaders, and YouTubers is necessary to address the inaction of UNO validators. This prolonged waiting is intolerable. Also, it was found on Ripple.com. Just this way. At the Ripple's annual conference, recent developments with a native decentralized exchange of the XRP ledger may help Ripple clients gain access to global liquidity alternatives, speed up their onboarding into new markets, and improve product performance. These developments build on previous announcements that showed how Ripple payments can meet a variety of payment needs for businesses around the clock and in different currencies and regions. Newly expanded liquidity options allow for spoken payments to satisfy a customer's need for cash around the clock, every day of the week. Then, new interfaces with the XRP ledger's type of decentralized exchange will improve product performance and lower barriers to entry for new markets by taking use of global liquidity alternatives. This is in addition to the lightning, fast onboarding, and speedier go-to-market tactics. That is, the ability to satisfy customers' needs for liquid assets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If we're talking about development targets, one of the biggest things that needs to happen on the XRP ledger by the end of the year is the adoption of automated market makers. Once again, I can't explain it. But it seems like that to me. If I'm being truly honest, we're not seeing this happen any faster because it makes perfect sense. For the record, I am not a programmer. My goal is not personal growth, as I indicated. Right now. This research was also done by myself. Despite my best efforts, I have been unable to determine why this issue has not yet been settled. A minor disagreement with some similar intensity to the one we saw below. So, Mickey and Be Healthy and Up to Date have a chat about their differences. When Jake arrives, I want him to verify that the polls have been recorded in the XRP ledger. I honestly do. However, under the current circumstances, I cannot support adopting the amendment. I even made an attempt to learn and develop as a result of it. That means getting started on it as soon as possible this year. Additional MLM reporting on the XRP ledger's primary network is required immediately. And if you're wondering what the biggest risk is, the XRP ledger suggests that nobody wants to own XRP economically or for any other reason. It's not just a cool new addition, either. Until I have clear confirmation of serious harm to the ecology, I don't think we should wait another 6 months to start driving some TVL using the XRP ledger. There is just too much at stake to wait. And I agree with you 100%. But it wasn't until the XRP ledger failed that we knew for sure. However, BNew is responding similarly to Mickey. These safeguards are in place to deal with the ever-increasing volume of US dollars or transaction fees. In my opinion, the theoretical character of the problem makes the risk considerably higher and the load much heavier than it otherwise would be given the current sparse environment. The fact that Ripples are the only ones capable of handling substantial quantities of actual transaction volume gives them a distinct advantage. Like I said before, I don't detect any concerns at all. As a result, we can see that a number of other, rather minor, amendments are enacted in a relatively short amount of time. While there are many potential uses for the XRP ledger, one of the most important ones has the potential to greatly expand its demand and utility. More than a few Ripple workers, including David Schwartz, have assured us that this won't be an issue. At this point, the only reason to be opposed to it is if you don't want the XRP ledger to advance, and I think that's what everyone is actually looking at. In addition, I do not believe that any further waiting is necessary. This would alter the rules of the game by, as I indicated, unlocking a tsunami of liquidity. Those who are willing to put their XRP at risk by adding it to liquidity pools will be able to earn passive income as a result. Therefore, the most important question I have is how soon this will end. When will this mess be over, and why hasn't it ended sooner? Nonetheless, there has to be a lot more yes and a lot less Allah in the news. Since we're at about 14% right now, or 37 points. The next 6 months will determine whether or not this is accepted. The truth is, I don't know how long this will take. As a result, rest assured that we will be keeping a close eye on this. This is, however, one of the major adjustments and one of the most significant upgrades to the XRP ledger, as David Schwartz pointed out a decade ago. However, if you're interested in buying some cryptocurrency-themed apparel, you're free to visit tokenasafree.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like that page, and enable those alerts. See you soon, bye.